You're welcome. All right, off we go. There's the lovely water way down there in front, but we're going to go down here and we're going to take a left at the next light. Dun, 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 around the corner. And through the woods. No river here. Might be a swampy sewer, but no river. The hell. Oh, this is not good. Hey, Jerry, thanks for stopping in. Yeah, I'm headed back south, and this is not good. My AC just crapped out on me, and it was working fine before they got the uh, exhaust manifold fixed. So they must have hit something and dumped the charge. That sucks. Yep, that sucks big time. We're supposed to hit mid 80s today. Yep, that's not good at all. Hey, anything over 70 degrees and I need AC. I'm old, fat, and don't handle heat well. Once I get to naked, that's as good as it gets. Hey, she cooks. Thanks for stopping in, dear. GoPro. Is that the stock tip of the day? Yeah, that kind of heat isn't good for me. Yep, we're going to have to drive me nuts. They put all these no right turn on red signs up. But by the looks of it, we should have a very good view of Mount Rainier when we get down to Body Lake. We might even have a decent view of it from down by Bowie Field. That would be cool. All right, now we got a green light. Let's go, folks. I was a little nervous about the AC the other day when the dogs and I went over to the pharmacy. It seemed to be a little weaker than normal. And I could just stop at O'Reilly's or something, pick up a recharge can. That would be easier getting out my gauges and everything. I'm doing it myself. Or I could just deal with it for the rest of the day and truck go in tomorrow anyway to get the oil pressure. I get let them look at it. It happened while it was in their custody. And I would say the greenery is beautiful. I wouldn't say the city itself is. It used to be, but it's gone downhill a lot. There are parts of it that are pretty, but we do have a big homeless problem in Seattle. Um, and my job, I'm well, 33 and a third percent owner in a HVAC company. Although one partner is completely silent. He basically just uh, set up a couple of contractors' licenses we needed prior to us getting our general. We were set up as a specialty contractor to begin with. But being the service manager and running the service department, I can do from home. I'm not. I'm supposed to be very minimal on my foot, so I really can't run around and be out in the field anymore. At least not till this finally heals up. Although the good news is, when I saw the doctor today, she was very pleased with what's going on right now. And the stem cells are doing their job, and it's actually beginning to heal. So that's very exciting, considering we've been at this for 2.5 years. Hi, Lee. Thanks for coming back in, bud. All right. We got about another mile and a half, and then we should get a decent view of Mount Rainier. Not great, but decent. Yeah, that is good news on the foot, Gary. That's very good news. We've been fighting this for far too long. When they originally had to do the surgery, I was worried I was going to lose it. I may yet, but not yet. So, all right, let's see if we get this view I'm hoping for. With a very faint shadow, the smoke essence looks good. Well, it should be good down in Bonnie Lake, so when we come up Eli Hill, it should be good. And at least the truck sounds better now. I guess maybe went live for a little bit this morning. I got to catch a few minutes of it before the doctor came in. Yeah, that's cool. Part of this, well, she goes up the back way. She doesn't come up the freeway, at least not normally. Um, and that's actually a much prettier drive. The freeways are okay, but but the backside cab is gorgeous. Kick that other window open. Get a little bit more traffic coming through here. Hopefully it doesn't affect how well you guys can hear me. Driving into the sun. It's harder to read the chat. Luckily, my setup allows me easy access to read the chat without having to look away from driving. Uh, so, anyway, so on the way home, I got to stop at Safeway like I went to the store on Saturday and only picked up what she needed for her Sunday night show. I had to go pick up. But that's okay. Run around and race around the store. No, you can't eat. I can't eat crickets ever. When I was a kid, we had a place called Trident Imports, and they had all sorts of cooking stuff like that. And the neighborhood kids from time to time would show up with stuff. Chocolate covered bumblebees, chocolate covered crickets, caramel coated ham. It's like really nice. I'll pass. Like I'll take a Snickers bar. Thank you. Yeah, I think the one she was eating are using the salt and vinegar cricket. And we still have half a, I guess she bought the package she bought came with 2 pouches of them. So we still have a pouch of cricket. I guess I don't understand the reasoning behind it. Why there's other stuff to eat. But other cultures eat them. So, tigers down in Panama and they eat spiders down there. It's like, no thank you. Yep, I'll pass on the spiders, the rest of the insects. And I don't know why it's okay to eat sea crustaceans, but not land dwelling ones, but it is. Although I really think crab is too much work for the food. But what I really miss is lobster because Sibby is deathly allergic to it. Um, so, I mean, even if there's, come on, dude, you're a truck. You're not supposed to be in the left lane. Um, she's gone into places to do what's called a stage, which is to try out basically at a working interview. Uh, and not knowing that the restaurant served lobster. Uh, and she was working on a counter and almost wound up in the hospital. Because not because she was working with lobster, but because um, there was lobster had been prepared on the counter she was working on and hadn't been properly cooked up. Somewhere here in the near future, I got to move over 2 lanes. I should find a spot here, though. All right, that one over. Well, maybe not. That guy's stopping too fast. There we go. I don't know why this is traffic is so bad. Shouldn't be this time of day. There we go. Now I can get over one more. Going. All right, we got it. Now I can get around the corner and get up onto 167 and then slide into the carpool lane and go like a bat out of hell. Yeah, that's why she puts a disclaimer out when people are adding to the wheel of misfortune. So anything that's human grade edible, as long as